All right, let's talk about how to tongue on the clarinet specifically, okay? Again, I'm just going to play on my mouthpiece, reed, ligature, and barrel. And we're going to learn how to tongue to start every note. Tonguing is starting every note with a T sound. So in clarinet playing, we know we want our tongue high in our mouth, like saying like hissing like a cat, or saying T or key, T T. But for tonguing, I really like to think about the syllable T, T T T T T T T, or some people think the T H E. Both of those are great. I'm thinking T T T T T. So to start every note, I'm going to start with that T sound. Okay. So I'm going to have my high tongue. I'm going to say T, and every time I touch my tongue to the reed, it's going to be that T, 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 T sound. Okay? So this is what it kind of sounds like. And I'm saying T, T, T. Now, very, very important. The tip of the tongue is touching the tip of the reed. And this is going to look kind of strange, right? But let's pretend this is my tongue right here. I want the tip of my tongue touching the tip of the reed, just like that. I don't want the top of my tongue touching the reed. I don't want it there. You want the very tip of the tongue. I even knew a teacher once who would take vis-a-vis markers. If you don't know what that is, it's a marker they used to use on projector. Oh, what are they called? Overhead projectors. It's not like an expo marker or a permanent marker. It was vis-a-vis. It was non-toxic. And they would make a little mark on the tip of their reed, and then they'd have the person tongue, and then it would show a mark on their tongue to make sure that they're using the very tip of their tongue and not the top of the tongue. So I like to say, tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed. Say that with me. Ready? Tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed. And yeah, try to say that 5 times fast. Tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed. Tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed. It's kind of tough. Try it on your own. Okay, so tip of the tongue to the tip of the reed. And that happens inside my mouth. Now, let's talk about my air. I'm not going every time I do that. My air is going like this. Really steady stream of air the whole time. And the tongue is just touching the tip of the reed, and that's what's causing the sound. I'm not going to go. That would not be efficient, and that would not help us play very well. So let's try it together. You want to do it a couple times with me? Ready? My tongue is just going to the tip of the reed and just barely touching it and then pulling back. Kind of like a snake or a cobra. When they strike, they go fast and then pull back. I think. I don't know a lot about snakes, but I think that's right. Anyway, that's how you tongue on the clarinet.